4,700 GRE vocabulary words. 4,700 GRE vocabulary words. Disc 1. Abase. Lower, degrade, humiliate, make humble, make oneself lose self-respect, abash. Embarrass. Abate. Subside or moderate. Abbreviate. Shorten. Abdicate. Renounce, give up, position, right, or responsibility. Aberrant. Abnormal or deviant. Aberration. Deviation from the normal, mental disorder. Abet. Assist, usually in doing something wrong, encourage. Abeyance. Suspended action. Abhor. Detest, hate. Abject. Of a condition, wretched, as low as possible, lacking pride, very humble, showing lack of self-respect, example, abject apology. Abjure. Renounce upon oath. Ablution. Washing. Abnegation. Renunciation, self-sacrifice, self-abnegation. Abolish. Cancel, put an end to. Abominate. Loathe, hate. Abominable. Detestable, extremely unpleasant. Aboriginal. Being the first of its kind in a region, primitive, native, indigenous. Noun, aborigine. Abortive. Unsuccessful, fruitless. Abrasive. Rubbing away, tending to grind down. Abridge. Condense or shorten. Abrogate. Abolish. Abscission. Cutting off, separation. Abscond. Depart secretly and hide. Absolute. Complete, totally unlimited, having complete power, certain, not relative, example, absolute honesty/ruler, cf. Absolutism, absolve. Pardon, an offense. Abstain. Refrain, withhold from participation, intentionally not use one's vote. Abstemious. Sparing in eating and drinking, temperate. Abstinence. Restraint from pleasant things, isp. Eating or drinking, cf. Abstentio, noun, act of abstaining from vote. Abstract. Theoretical, not concrete, non-representational. Abstruse. Obscure, profound, difficult to understand. Abusive. Coarsely insulting, physically harmful. Abut. Border upon, adjoin. Abysmal. Bottomless. abyss. Enormous chasm, vast bottomless pit. Academic. Related to a school, not practical or directly useful. Exceed. Agree. Accelerate. Move faster. Accessible. Easy to approach, obtainable. Accessory. Additional object, useful but not essential thing. Acclaim. Applaud, praise, greet with great approval, announce with great approval. Example, the new drug has been acclaimed as the most important discoveries for years. Noun, strong expression of approval and praise. Acclimate. Adjust to climate or environment, adapt. Acclivity. Sharp upslope of a hill, up. Declivity. Accolade. Award of merit, strong praise and approval. Accommodate. Oblige or help someone, adjust or bring into harmony, adapt, make enough space for. Adjective, accommodative, cf. Accommodating, helpful and obliging. Accomplice. Partner in crime. Accord. Agreement. Accost. Approach and speak first to a person. Accoutre. Equip, noun, accoutrement. Accretion. Growth or increase in size by gradual addition, growth, increase by natural growth. Example, towers and other accretions of the castle. Verb, accrete. Accrue. Come to one as again, accumulate over time, come about by addition. Example, benefits that accrue from scientific research. Example, interest accruing in a bank account. Noun, accrual. Acerbity. Bitterness of speech and temper. Adjective, acerbic, bitter, acrid, in taste, manner, or tone. Acetic. Vinegary. Acidulous. Slightly sour, in taste or manner, sharp, caustic. Acknowledge. Recognize, admit. Acme. Peak, pinnacle, highest point. Acoustics. Science of sound, quality that makes a room easy or hard to hear in. Acquiesce. Assent, agree passively, comply without protest. Acquittal. Deliverance from a charge. Verb, acquit, free from a charge or accusation, discharge from a duty, conduct oneself, in a specified manner. Acrid. Bitter, to the taste or smell, sharp, bitterly pungent. Acrimonious. Stinging, caustic, bitter in words or manner. Noun, acrimony, bitter ill-natured animosity in speech or behavior. Acrophobia. Fear of heights. Actuarial. Calculating, pertaining to insurance statistics. Actuary. Someone who advises insurance companies. Actuate. Motivate, activate, cause to act. Acuity. Sharpness, of mind or senses of sight or hearing. Acumen. Mental keenness, sharpness of judgment, ability to judge quickly and well, example, business acumen. Acute. Of the senses, sharp, quickly perceptive, keen, penetrating, brief and severe, example, acute sense of smell/analysis/pain, adage. Wise saying, proverb. Proverb. Adage, someone or something well known for notoriety, adjective, proverbial, of a proverb, widely known, adverb proverbially. Adamant. Hard, inflexible. Adapt. Make or become suitable for a specific use, alter, modify, adjust. Noun, adaptatio. Noun, act of adapting, composition recast into a new form, example, the play is an adaptation of a short novel. Addendum. Addition, appendix to book, something that is added, as at the end of a speech or book. Addiction. Compulsive habitual need. Addle. Make or become confused, muddle, drive crazy, become rotten, egg. Address. Direct a speech to, speak to, deal with or discuss, direct one's efforts or attention to, make with a destination. Noun, formal speech. Adept. Expert at, very skilled. Adhere. Stick fast, be a devout follower. Noun, adhesion. Noun, adhering, devotion, loyalty, adherent. Supporter, follower. Adjacent. Adjoining, neighboring, close by. Adjunct. Something attached to but holding an inferior position. Adjuration. Solemn urging, verb, adjure, entreat earnestly, enjoin solemnly. Adjutant. Staff officer assisting the commander, assistant. Admonish. Warn or speak to with gentle disapproval, reprove. Adorn. Decorate. Adroit. Skillful, in using mind or hand. Adulation. Flattery, admiration that is more than is necessary or deserved. Adulterate. Make impure or of poorer quality by adding inferior or tainted contaminated substances. Advent. Arrival. Adventitious. Accidental, casual, happening by chance. Adversary. opponent, enemy. Adverse. Going against, opposing, unfavorable, hostile. Adversity. Great hardship or affliction, misfortune, calamitous event. Advert. Refer. Advocacy. Support, active pleading on behalf of someone or something. Advocate. Speak in favor of, support, an idea or plan, urge, plead for. Aegis. Shield, protection, defense. Eerie, eerie. Nest of the large bird of prey. Aesthetic. Artistic, dealing with or capable of appreciating the beautiful, of a person or building, cf. Aesthete, cf. Aesthetics. Affable. Easily approachable, easy to talk to, warmly friendly. Affected. Artificial, pretended. Affidavit. Written statement made under oath, for use as proof in a court of law. Affiliation. Joining, associating with. Affinity. Feeling of kinship, similarity, example, strong affinity for her, example, many affinities between two languages. Affirmation. Positive assertion, confirmation, solemn pledge by one who refuses to take an oath, verb, affirm, adjective, affirmative, cf. Affirmative actio noun positive discrimination. Affliction. State of distress, trial, cause of distress or suffering, verb, afflict, inflict grievous suffering on. Affluence. Abundance, wealth. Affront. Insult, offense, intentional act of disrespect, verb, insult or hurt the feelings of intentionally. Agape. Open mouth. Agenda. Items of business at a meeting. Agglomeration. Collection, heap, verb, agglomerate, gather into a rounded mass, noun, agglomerate, jumbled mass, heap. Aggrandize. Make greater, increase in power, wealth, rank, or honor, noun, aggrandizement. Aggregate. Sum, total, adjective, verb, gather into a mass or whole, accumulate, add up to, example, aggregate $100. Aghast. Filled with great surprise or fear, horrified. Agility. Nimbleness, ability to move quickly. Agitate. Stir up, disturb. Agnostic. One who is skeptical of the existence or knowability of a god or any ultimate reality. Agog. Highly excited, intensely curious. Agrarian. Pertaining to land or its cultivation, example, agrarian reform. Alacrity. Cheerful promptness without reluctance. alchemy, medieval chemistry, alcove, nook, recess, alias. An assumed name is by a criminal, usually to mislead people, adverb alias, alienate. Make unfriendly or hostile, estrange, separate, change the ownership of. Alimentary. Supplying nourishment. Alimony. Payments made regularly to an ex-spouse after divorce. Allay. Calm, pacify. Allege. State without proof. Allegiance. Loyalty. Allegory. Story, play, or picture in which characters are used as symbols, fable. Alleviate. Relieve, pain. Alliteration. Repetition of beginning sound in poetry. Allocate. Assign, set apart for a particular purpose. Alloy. Mixture as of metals, something added that lowers in value or purity. Verb, mix, make less pure, lower in value or quality, spoil, cf. Unalloyed, not in mixture with other metals, pure, complete, unqualified, example, unalloyed happiness, allude. Refer indirectly, noun, allusio noun indirect reference. Allure. Entice, attract, tempt. Siren. Apparatus for making sounds, woman-like creature. Alluvial. Pertaining to soil deposits left by running water. Aloof. Apart, not open in one's relationship with other people, reserved, adverb, aloft. Upward, high up in the air. Altercation. Noisy quarrel. Altruistic. Unselfishly generous, concerned for others. Noun, altruism, unselfish concern for the welfare of others, unselfishness, egoism, amalgamate. Of societies or groups, combine, unite in one body. Amalgam. Combination of different things, mixture of metals, containing mercury, used for filling holes in teeth. Amass. Collect, gradually, in a very large amount. Amazon. Female warrior. Ambidextrous. Capable of using either hand with equal ease. Ambience. Environment, atmosphere, example, restaurant with a pleasant ambience. Adjective, ambient, completely surrounding, example, ambient temperature. Ambiguous. Unclear or doubtful in meaning, having more than one possible interpretation. Ambivalence. The state of having contradictory or conflicting emotional attitudes or opinions. Amble. Walking at an easy unhurried pace. Verb, walk slowly and aimlessly. Ambrosia. Food of the gods. Nectar. Drink of the gods, sweet liquid collected by bees. Ambulatory. Able to walk. Ameliorate. Improve. Amenable. Obedient, compliant, readily managed, responsive, willing to be led, answerable or accountable legally, responsible, able to be tested by, example, amenable to sensible suggestions, example, he is very amenable, example, amenable to the usual tests. Amend. Correct, change, generally for the better. Amenities. Convenient features that helps to make life pleasant, social courtesies. Amiable. Agreeable, lovable, warmly friendly. Amicable. Peaceful, politely friendly, not quarrelsome, example, amicable settlement. Amiss. Wrong, faulty, example, something amiss, adverb. Amity. Friendship, peaceful relationship as between nations. Amnesia. Loss of memory. Amnesty. Pardon, allowed by government to political criminals. Amoral. Non-moral, having no understanding of right and wrong. Amorous. Moved by sexual love, loving, of sexual love, example, amorous advances. Amorphous. Formless, lacking shape or definition. Amphibian. Able to live both on land and in water, in. Amphitheater. Oval building with tiers of seats, cf. Arena. Ample. Enough, abundant, spacious, large in size, example, ample opportunity/garden. Noun, amplitude, quality of being ample, abundance, largeness of space. Amplify. Increase in size or effect, expand, broaden or clarify by expanding, intensify, make stronger, example, amplify one's remarks with a graph. Amputate. Cut off part of body, prune, a limb. Amok. In a state of rage, example, run amok. Amulet. Charm, talisman, an object worn believed to protect against evil, bad luck. Anachronism. An error involving time in a story, something or someone misplaced in time. Adjective, anachronistic. Analgesic. Causing insensitivity to pain, in. Analgesia. Condition of being unable to feel pain. Analogous. Comparable, similar. Analogy. Similarity, parallelism, comparing two similar things. Anarchist. person who seeks to overturn the established government, advocate of abolishing authority. Anarchy. Absence of governing body, state of disorder. Anathema. Solemn curse, someone or something regarded as a curse. Verb, anathematize. Ancestry. Family descent, adjective, ancestral. Anchor. Secure or fasten firmly, be fixed in place. Noun, anchorage. Ancillary. Serving as an aid or accessory, auxiliary, in. Anecdote. Short story of an amusing or interesting event. Anemia. Condition in which blood lacks red corpuscles, adjective, anemic. Anesthetic. Substance that removes sensation with or without loss of consciousness. Noun, anesthesia. Anguish. Acute pain, extreme suffering. Angular. Sharp-cornered, having an angle, not rounded, body, bony, lean, gaunt, stiff in manner. Animadversion. Critical remark. Verb, animadvert, comment critically with disapproval. Animated. Lively, spirited. Animosity. Active enmity. Animus. Hostile feeling or intent, animosity, hostility, disposition. Annals. Records arranged in yearly parts, history. Anneal. Reduce brittleness and improve toughness by heating and cooling, metal or glass. Annex. Attach, add to a large thing, take possession of, incorporate, territory, into a larger existing political unit, by force. Noun, building added to a large one. Annihilate. Destroy. Annotate. Comment, make explanatory notes. Annuity. Yearly allowance. Annul. Make void. Elope. Run away secretly with the intention of getting married. Anodyne. Drug that relieves pain or trouble, opiate, adjective, example, anodyne statement. Anoint. Consecrate, put oil on, in a religious ceremony. Anomalous. Abnormal, irregular. Anomaly. Irregularity. Anonymity. State of being nameless, anonymousness, adjective, anonymous. Antagonism. Hostility, active opposition. Verb, antagonize, cause to become an enemy. Noun, antagonist, person who is opposed to another, opponent, adversary, principal character in opposition to the protagonist. Antecede. Precede. Antecedents. Preceding events that influence what comes later, ancestors or early background. Antediluvian. Antiquated, extremely ancient. Anthem. Song of praise or patriotism, example, national anthem. Anthology. Book of literary selections by various authors, cf. Omnibus. Anthropoid. Man-like, resembling a human being, n. Anthropologist. Student of the history and science of humankind. Anthropomorphic. Having human form or characteristics. Anticlimax. Let down in thought or emotion, something unexciting, ordinary, or disappointing coming after something important or exciting. Antidote. Remedy to counteract a poison or disease, example, antidote to the economic troubles. Antipathy. Aversion, dislike or opposition. Antiquated. Obsolete, old-fashioned, outdated. Antiseptic. Substance that prevents infection in a wound, adjective. Antithesis. Contrast, direct opposite of or to, adjective, antithetic or antithetical. Anvil. Iron block used in hammering out metals. Apathy. Lack of caring, indifference, lack of concern or interest in important matters, example, he was sunk in apathy after his failure, adjective, apathetic. Ape. Imitate or mimic, a person's behavior or manner. Aperture. Opening, hole, adjustable opening in a camera that limits the amount of light. Apex. Tip, summit, climax, highest point. Aphasia. Loss of speech due to injury or illness. Aphorism. Pithy maxim or saying, adjective, aphoristic. Apiary. A place where bees are kept. Hive. Box for bees, verb, cause to go in a hive. Apiculture. Beekeeping. Apiarist. Person who keeps bees. Aplomb. Poise, composure in difficult situations, assurance, self-confidence. Poise. Good judgment with composure, balance, verb, place in a carefully balanced position. Apocalyptic. Prophetic, pertaining to revelations especially of disaster, noun, apocalypse. Apocryphal. Of a story, widely believed but untrue. Apogee. Highest point, the point farthest from the earth, up. Virgi. Apolitical. Having an aversion or lack of concern for political affairs. Apologist. One who writes in defense of a cause or institution. Noun, apologia. Apoplexy. Stroke, loss of consciousness caused by too much blood in the brain. Apostate. One who abandons his religious faith or political beliefs. Noun, apostasy. Apothecary. Druggist, pharmacist. Apothegm. Pithy, compact saying. Apotheosis. Elevation to godhood, an ideal example of something. Appall. Dismay, shock deeply. Apparition. Ghost, phantom. Appease. Pacify or soothe, example, appease a crying baby. Noun, appeasement. Appellation. Name, title. Append. Attach. Application. Diligent attention, diligence. Verb, apply oneself. Apposite. Appropriate, fitting. Appraise. Estimate value of. Noun, appraisal. Appreciate. Be thankful for, increase in worth, be thoroughly conscious of. Adjective, appreciable, enough to be felt, example, appreciable difference. Apprehend. Arrest, a criminal, dread, perceive. Noun, apprehension. Apprehensive. Fearful, discerning. Apprise. Inform. Approbation. Approval. Appropriate. Acquire, take possession of for one's own use without permission, set aside for a particular purpose. Allocate, cf. Misappropriate. Appurtenances. Subordinate possessions, something added to a more important thing. Apropos. With reference to, regarding, example, remarks apropos of the present situation. Adjective, adverb. Aptitude. Fitness, talent. Aquiline. Curved, hooked, of or like an eagle, example, aquiline nose. Arable. Fit for growing crops, example, arable land. Arbiter. Person with power to decide a matter in dispute, judge who is in a position to make influential judgments, example, supreme arbiter of fashion in beachwear. Arbitrary. Unreasonable or capricious, random, tyrannical, example, arbitrary ruler. Arbitrate. Act as judge, at the request of both sides. Arboretum. Place where different trees and shrubs are studied and exhibited. Arboreal. Of or living in trees. Arcade. A covered passageway usually lined with shops. Arcane. Esoteric, secret, mysterious, known only to the initiated, example, arcane ritual, example, arcane process close to the uninitiated listener. Archaeology. Study of artifacts and relics of early mankind. Archaic. Antiquated, no longer used, belonging to the past, in. Archetype. Prototype, primitive pattern. Arch. Chief, first, example, archbishop. Archipelago. Group of closely located islands. Archives. Public records, place where public records are kept. Ardor. Heat, passion, zeal, adjective, ardent. Arduous. Hard, strenuous, example, arduous work. Argot. Slang, speech spoken by only a small group of people. Aria. Operatic solo, a song sung by one person in an opera or oratorio. Arid. Of land, dry, barren, unproductive. Aristocracy. Hereditary nobility, privileged class, government by nobility. Noun, aristocrat. Armada. Fleet of warships. Aromatic. Fragrant, having a sweet smell. Noun, aroma, strong pleasant smell. Arraign. Charge in court, indict. Array. Marshal, draw up in order, arrange in order, clothe splendidly, adorn. Noun, fine clothes, ordered group, example, in battle array. Arrears. Being in debt, money that should have been paid, work that should have been done. Arrhythmic. Lacking rhythm or regularity. Noun, arrhythmia. Arrogance. Pride, haughtiness, adjective, arrogant, unpleasantly self-important, with a strong confidence in one's own importance and a lack of respect for other people. Arroyo. Gully, narrow channel formed by rainwater. Artery. Blood vessel, cf. Vein. Articulate. Effective, distinct, expressing ideas clearly, having clear sounds, having joints, example, articulate speech. Verb, express thoughts and feeling clearly, pronounce clearly, unite by joints. Arsenal, storage place for military equipment. Artifacts, object made by human beings, either handmade or mass-produced. Artifice, deception, trickery. Artisan, a manually skilled worker. Artless, without guile, open and honest. Ascendancy, controlling influence, position of controlling influence, cf. in the ascendant. Ascertain, find out for certain, make certain. Ascetic, practicing self-denial, avoiding physical pleasures and comforts. Austere, example, ascetic life of Buddhist monks. Noun, asceticism. Ascribe, refer, attribute, assign. Aseptic, preventing infection, having a cleansing effect. Ashen, ash-colored, deadly pale. Asinine, stupid, example, asinine remarks. Askance, with a sideways or indirect look, with disapproval or distrust, example, look askance at. Askew, crookedly, slanted, at an angle. Asperity, sharpness, roughness, severity, of temper or weather, example, asperities of a Russian winter. Aspersion, slanderous remark, example, cast aspersions on. Aspirant, seeker after position or status. Aspire, seek to attain, position or status, long for, example, aspire to become president, example, aspire to, after the leadership. Assail, assault. Assay, analyze, to discover what materials are present, evaluate, soil or ore. Assent, agree, accept. Noun, assessment. Assert, state strongly or positively, demand recognition of, rights, claims, etc., make a claim to, by forceful action, example, assert one's independence. Assiduous, diligent. Assimilate, absorb, take, food, into the body and digest it, understand, knowledge, completely and be able to use properly, cause to become homogeneous, the people of a country or race in the way of behaving or thinking. Assuage, make less severe, ease or lessen, pain, satisfy, hunger, soothe, anger. Assumption, something taken for granted, the taking over or taking possession of, example, her assumption of power. Verb, assume. Regent, a person who governs in place of a ruler who is ill, absent, or still a child. Adjective, example, the prince regent. Assurance, firm statement that something is certainly true, promise or pledge, certainty, confidence in one's own ability, self-confidence. Example, in spite of all his assurances, he did not come back. Example, assurance of his loyalty. Example, the teacher lacked assurance in front of his class. Verb, assure, tell firmly with confidence, ensure, make, something, certain to happen, make, someone, feel sure, give confidence to. Adjective, assured, self-assured, confident in one's own ability, showing certainty. Asteroid. Small planet. Astigmatism. Eye defect which prevents proper focus. Stigmatism. Astral. Relating to the stars. Astringent. Binding, causing contraction, stopping bleeding, harsh or severe, stringent. Example, astringent criticism. Astronomical. Enormously large or extensive. Astute. Wise, shrewd, keen, seeing quickly something that is to one's advantage. Asunder. Into parts, apart. Verb, sunder. Asylum. Place of refuge or shelter, protection, religious or political. Asymmetric. Not identical on both sides of a dividing central line. Atavism. Resemblance to remote ancestors rather than to parents, reversion to an earlier type, throwback. Adjective, atavistic. Atheistic. Denying the existence of God. Noun, atheism. Atone. Make amends for, pay for. Example, atone for. Atrocity. Brutal deed. Adjective, atrocious. Atrophy. Wasting away. Verb, weaken and lose flesh and muscle, through lack of blood or lack of use. Attentive. Alert and watchful, listening carefully, paying attention, considerate, thoughtful, politely helpful. Example, attentive audience. Example, he was attentive to the old lady. Noun, attentions, act of courtesy and consideration. Attenuate. Make thin, weaken. Attest. Testify, bear witness. Attribute. Essential quality. Verb, ascribe, explain. Attrition. Rubbing away by friction, gradual decrease in numbers or strength, reduction in the workforce without firing employees, wearing away of opposition by means of harassment. Example, a war of attrition. Atypical. Not normal, not typical. Audacious. Daring, bold. Noun, audacity. Audit. Examination of accounts of a business, official examination, v. Augment. Increase, add to. Augury. Omen, prophecy, sign of coming events. Verb, augur, predict, foretell, be a sign of, something in future. August. Impressive, majestic. Aureole. Sun's corona, halo, bright circle of light. Auroral. Pertaining to the aurora borealis, cf. Aurora australis. Auspicious. Favoring success, giving signs of future success, cf. Auspices. Austere. Forbiddingly stern, ascetic, without comfort or enjoyment, severely simple and unornamented. Example, a monk's austere life. Example, austere grandeur of the cathedral. Noun, austerity. Authenticate. Prove genuine. Authoritarian. Subordinating the individual to the state, completely dominating another's will. Example, authoritarian regime, father. Authoritative. Having the weight of authority, regarded as providing knowledge that can be trusted, reliable, peremptory and dictatorial. Example, authoritative dictionary/manner, cf. Definitive. Autocratic. Having absolute unchecked power, dictatorial. Noun, autocrat, autocracy. Automaton. Mechanism that imitates actions of humans, machine that works by itself. Autonomous. Self-governing. Noun, autonomy. Autopsy. Examination of a dead body, postmortem, v. Auxiliary. Offering or providing help, additional or subsidiary. Noun, helper, assistant. Avalanche. Great mass of falling snow and ice. Avarice. Greediness for wealth. Avenge. Take vengeance for something or on behalf of someone. Example, they avenged his death by burning the village. Example, he swore to avenge his brother. Example, they avenged themselves on their enemy. Aver. State confidently, declare as true. Averse. Reluctant, disinclined, not liking or opposed. Example, averse to cats, doing the housework. Aversion. Firm dislike. Avert. Prevent, avoid, turn away, eyes or thought. Example, an accident was averted by his quick thinking. Example, she averted her eyes from the terrible sight. Aviary. Enclosure for birds, large cage. Avid. Greedy, extremely eager for. Example, avid learner. Noun, avidity. Avocation. Secondary or minor occupation. Avow. Declare openly. Noun, avowal. Avuncular. Of or like an uncle. Awe. Solemn wonder, feeling of respect mixed with wonder and fear. Verb, fill with awe. Adjective, awesome. Awful. Terrible, very bad. All. Pointed tool used for piercing. Awry. Distorted, crooked, bent. Example, our plans have gone awry. Axiom. Self-evident truth requiring no proof. azure, sky blue, babble, chatter idly or foolishly, make continuous sounds like water running gently over rounded stone. N. Bacchanalian, drunken, bacchanal, noisy party with a lot of drinking. Bacchanalia, the ancient Roman festival in honor of Bacchus. Badger, pester, annoy continually with demands, persuade by asking again and again. Example, the children badgered me into taking them into the cinema. Noun, a kind of mountain animal. Badinage, teasing conversation, banter, joking talk. Baffle, frustrate, perplex. Bait, harass, tease, torment. Example, badger baiting. Noun, food or other lure used to catch fish or trap animals. Baleful, evil, malignant in intent or effect, deadly, having a malign influence, portending evil, ominous, threatening. Example, baleful look. Balk, stop short, as if faced with an obstacle, and refuse to continue. Foil, stop or get in the way of, frustrate. Ballast, heavy substance used to add stability or weight. Verb, supply with ballast. Balm, something that relieves pain, oily liquid with a pleasant smell from trees. Pang, sudden sharp feeling of pain. Balmy, soft and mild, of air, fragrant. Banal, hackneyed, commonplace, trite, lacking originality, cliched. Bandy, discuss lightly or glibly, discuss in a frivolous manner, exchange words heatedly, quarrel. Example, bandy words with. Bane, poison, cause of ruin. Adjective, baneful, harmful, poisonous. Bantering, joking talk, good-naturedly ridiculing. Envy, banter. Barb, sharp projection from fishhook, arrow, or other object, openly cutting remark. Bard, poet. Barefaced, shameless and noticeable, blatant, bold, unconcealed, having no covering on the face. Example, barefaced lie. Unregenerate, making no attempt to change one's bad practices. Baroque, highly ornate. Barrage, barrier laid down by artillery fire, overwhelming profusion, large number of questions or statements. Example, a barrage of criticism. Barrister, counselor at law or lawyer in the higher court of law, cf. Bar. Solicitor, lawyer in the lower court of law. Barterer, trader. Verb, barter, trade, exchange good for other goods rather than money. Bask, luxuriate, take pleasure in warmth. luxuriate. Take pleasure in great comfort. Bastion. Stronghold, something seen as a source of protection, example, the last bastion of male chauvinism. Bait. Let down, lessen the force of, moderate, restrain, example, with bated breath, cf. Abate, bauble. Trinket, cheap jewel, trifle. Body. Indecent, obscene, about sex in a rude funny way, cf. Blood. Beatific. Giving or showing bliss, blissful. Bliss. Complete happiness, adjective, blissful. Beatitude. Blessedness, state of great happiness. Mystic. Of hidden meaning and spiritual power, example, mystic ceremonies, noun, cf. Mysticism, bedizen. Dress with vulgar finery. Finery. Beautiful clothes for a special occasion. Bedraggle. Wet thoroughly, adjective, bedraggled, draggled. Beeline. Direct quick route. Befuddle. Confuse thoroughly. Fuddle. Make stupid or confused as with alcoholic drink, noun, in a fuddle, confused. Beget. Father, become the father of, produce, give rise to. Begrudge. Envy, give or allow unwillingly, grudge, example, we shouldn't begrudge him his success. Grudge. Deep feeling of dislike, example, grudge fight, v. Beguile. Deceive, mislead or delude, cheat, pastime pleasantly, charm or attract, example, beguiling smile, behemoth. Huge creature, something of monstrous size or power. Beholden. Obligated, indebted, owing thanks, obliged or indebted from gratitude. Behoove, behove. Be suited to, be incumbent upon, be right and necessary, example, it behooves one to do, belabor. Harp on, dwell on tediously, explain or go over excessively or to a ridiculous degree, assail verbally, beat severely, attack physically. Belated. Delayed. Beleaguer. Besiege or attack, with an army, harass, beset. Belie. Contradict, give a false impression, disguise, example, the poor sales belied our high hopes, example, her smile belies her true feeling of displeasure. Belittle. Disparage, depreciate. Bellicose. Warlike. Belligerent. Quarrelsome. Bemoan. Lament, moan for, express sorrow or disapproval of. bemused, confused, lost in thought, preoccupied. Benediction, blessing, benefactor, gift giver, patron, person who does good or who gives money for a good purpose. Beneficent, kindly, doing good. Beneficial, helpful, useful, advantageous. Beneficiary, person entitled to benefits or proceeds of an insurance policy or will. Benefit, advantage, anything that brings help, advantage, or profit, money provided by the government to the people, fundraising, public entertainment, example, unemployment benefit, verb, receive benefits, be beneficial to, give benefits. Benevolent, generous, charitable, having a wish to do good. Benign, kindly, favorable, not malignant, disease, example, benign tumor. Benison, blessing. Bent, determined, example, bent on advancing in the business. Noun, natural talent or inclination. Bequeath, leave to someone by means of a will, hand down in his will. Noun, bequest. Berate, scold strongly. Bereavement, state of being deprived of something valuable or beloved, state of being bereaved or bereft. Bereaved, deprived of, someone beloved through death. Bereft, deprived of, something valuable, lacking. Berserk, mad with violent anger, frenzied, madly excited. Beseech, beg, plead fault with. Beset, harass or trouble from all directions, hem in. Hem, surround tightly so that movement is impossible, example, hem in. Besiege, surround with armed forces, harass, with requests, annoy continually. Besmirch, soil, defile, make dirty. Bestial, beast-like, brutal, inhuman, very cruel. Bestow, confer. Betoken, signify, indicate, be a sign of. Token, outward sign, example, a token of our gratitude. Betray, be unfaithful, reveal, unconsciously or unwillingly, example, her trembling hands betray her anxiety. Betroth, become engaged to marry. Bevy, large group, example, a bevy of starlets. Bicameral, two-chambered as a legislative body. bicker, quarrel, biennial, every 2 years, bifurcated, divided into 2 branches, forked, bigotry, stubborn intolerance, bigot, one who is intolerant, in matters of religion or politics. Intolerant, not willing to accept ways of thinking different from one's own, cf. Tolerant, cf. Tolerate, bilious. Suffering from indigestion, sick from having too much bile, irritable, easily irritated. Bilk, swindle, cheat. Billowing, swelling out in waves, surging. Billow, large wave of water, a great swell or surge, of smoke. Verb, surge, swell, roll in billows, swell. Long wave of water that moves continuously without breaking. V. Surge, powerful movement of or like a wave. V. Bivouac, temporary encampment, camp without tents. V. Bizarre, fantastic, violently contrasting, noticeably odd, strikingly unconventional. Blanch, bleach, whiten, make white or pale. Bland, soothing or mild, food, agreeable, causing no trouble or offense. Blandishment, flattery. Blare, loud or harsh roar or screech, dazzling blaze of light. Screech, unpleasant high sharp sound, shriek. V. Dazzle, make blind with a sudden intense light, amaze, fill with wonder. Blasé, bored with pleasure or dissipation, uninterested or bored. Blasphemy, irreverence, sacrilege, cursing, bad language about God or holy things. Verb, blaspheme. Adjective, blasphemous, cf. Sacrilege, blatant. Extremely, offensively, obvious, loudly offensive. Example, blatant lie. Noun, blatancy, bleak. Cold or cheerless, frigid, unlikely to be favorable, depressing. Blighted, suffering from a disease, destroyed. Blight, plant disease. Verb, infect with blight, ruin, destroy. Blithe, blithesome. Gay, joyous. Bloated, unpleasantly, swollen or puffed as with water or air. Blowhard, talkative boaster, braggart. bludgeon. Club, heavy-headed weapon, V. Bluff. Pretense, of strength, deception, high cliff, adjective, rough but good-natured. Blunder. Error, stupid mistake. Blurt. Utter impulsively from nervousness or excitement. Bluster. Blow in heavy gusts, threaten emptily, bully, speak in a noisy or bullying manner, cf. Breeze, gust, gale, bully. One who is habitually cruel to weaker people, v. Bode. Foreshadow, portend. Bogus. Counterfeit, not authentic, intentionally false, example, bogus interview. Bohemian. Unconventional, in an artistic way. Boisterous. Violent, rough, noisy. Bolster. Support, reinforce. Bolt. Door bar, fastening pin or screw, length of fabric, large roll of cloth. Verb, dash or dart off, fasten, a door, gobble down. Dart. Move or throw suddenly and quickly. Gobble. Eat very quickly. Bombardment. Attack, as with missiles or bombs. Verb, bombard. Bombastic. Pompous, using inflated language. Bombast. Grandiloquent, pompous speech. Boon. Blessing, benefit, something very helpful. Boorish. Rude, insensitive. Bore. Rude, insensitive person. Bouillon. Clear beef, or meat, soup. Bountiful. Generous, graciously generous, showing bounty. Gracious. Kind in a generous way, to someone less important. Bourgeois. Middle class, selfishly materialistic, too interested in material possessions. Bovine. Cow-like, placid and dull, slow thinking, calm. Bowdlerize. Expurgate, cf. Thomas Bowdler. Brackish. Somewhat saline. Braggadocio. Boasting. Brag. Boast. Braggart. Boaster, bragger. Brandish. Wave around, a weapon, flourish. Bravado. Swagger, assumed air of defiance, false show of bravery. Swagger. Walk or behave with an overconfident manner. Brawn. Human muscle, muscular strength, sturdiness. Brawny. Muscular, having well-developed muscles. Sturdy. Strong and firm, in the body. Brazen. Insolent, without shame, bold, example, brazenly, verb, face with bold self-assurance or with unshamed confidence. Brawl. Noisy quarrel. Breach. Breaking of contract or duty, fissure or gap, opening, v. Breadth. Width, extent. Brevity. Conciseness, shortness of duration. Brindled. Tawny or greenish with streaks or spots, of animals. Tawny. Brownish yellow. Bristling. Rising like bristles, showing irritation. Bristle. Short stiff hair, verb, hair or fur, stand up stiffly. Brittle. Hard but easily broken, difficult, unstable, example, brittle situation, broach. Introduce as a subject, moot, open up. Brocade. Rich, figured patterned fabric. Brochure. Pamphlet. Brooch. Ornamental clasp, pen. Clasp. Hold firmly within arms. Brook. Tolerate, endure, example, brook no interference, noun, small stream. Browbeat. Bully, intimidate. Browse. Graze, feed on growing grass, skim or glance at casually. Graze. Of an animal, feed on growing grass, cause, an animal, to feed on grass, scrape, isp, the skin, or touch lightly in passing, brush, example, we can't graze the cattle till summer, noun, surface wound. Skim. Read or glance through quickly, touch lightly in passing, brush, remove from the surface of a liquid. Brunt. Main impact or shock, of an attack or blow, example, brunt of the argument. Brusque. Blunt, abrupt, curt, not wanting to waste time being nice. Buccaneer. Pirate. Bucolic. Rustic, pastoral. Buffet. Strike forcefully, slap, batter, knock out, noun, table with food set out for people to serve themselves, meal at which people help themselves to food that's been set. Slap. Hit quickly with the flat part of the hand, noun, cf. Smack. Buffoonery. clowning. Buffoon. Stupid person, clown. Clown. Act stupidly, play the fool, in. Bugaboo. Bugbear, object of baseless terror. Bullion. Gold and silver in the form of bars. Bulwark. Strong wall built for defense, earthwork or other strong defense, person who defends. Bungle. Mismanage, blunder, botch, blow, spoil by clumsy behavior. Botch. Mismanage, blow. Buoyant. Able to float, cheerful and optimistic, noun, buoyancy, example, buoyancy of wood/water/American market, bureaucracy. Overregulated administrative system marked by red tape, adjective, bureaucratic. Burgeon. Grow rapidly, grow forth, send out buds, example, burgeoning computer industry, cf. Bludgeon, burlesque. Give an imitation that ridicules, imitate mockingly. Burnish. Make shiny by rubbing, Polish. Buttress. Support, prop up, noun, stationary structure to support wall, example, flying buttress. Prop. Support placed under or against something, v. Buxom. Full-bosomed, plump, jolly. Plump. Pleasantly fat, nicely rounded. Cabal. Small group of persons secretly united to promote their own interests. Cache. Hiding place, v. Cacophonous. Discordant, inharmonious, noun, cacophony, unpleasant mixture of loud sounds. Cadaver. Corpse, dead human body. Cadaverous. Like a corpse, pale. Cadence. Rhythmic rise and fall, of words or sounds, beat, regular beat of sound, rhythm. Cajole. Persuade by praise or false promise, coax, wheedle. Coax. Persuade by flattery. Calamity. Disaster, misery. Calculated. Deliberately planned, likely. Cauldron, cauldron. Large kettle. Caliber. Ability, quality, diameter of the inside of a round cylinder, example, work of very high caliber. Calligraphy. Beautiful writing, excellent penmanship. Callous. Hardened, unfeeling, without sympathy for the sufferings of others, unkind. Callous. Area of thick hard skin. Callow. Youthful, immature, inexperienced. Calorific. heat producing, noun, calorie. Calumny. Malicious misrepresentation, slander. Camaraderie. Good fellowship, cf. comrade. Cameo. Shell or jewel carved in relief, star's special appearance in a minor role in a film. Canard. Unfounded false rumor, exaggerated false report. Candor. Frankness, open honesty, adjective, candid. Canine. Related to dogs, dog-like. Canker. Any ulcerous sore, ulcer, any evil, cf. cancer. Ulcer. Sore place appearing on the skin inside or outside the body, example, stomach ulcer, adjective, ulcerous, verb, ulcerate. Canny. Shrewd in money matters, thrifty. Cant. Insincere speech or expression of piety, jargon of thieves, special words used by a particular group of people. Cantankerous. Ill-humored, irritable. Cantata. Story set to music to be sung by a chorus, shorter than an oratorio. Canter. Slow gallop, verb, cf. trot. Canto. Division of a long poem. Canvass. Determine or seek opinions, votes, etc., go through a region, to solicit votes or orders, conduct a survey, in. Capacious. Spacious. Capacity. Mental or physical ability, role, position or duty, ability to accommodate, example, in my capacity as president. Capillary. Having a very fine bore, resembling a hair, fine and slender, example, capillary attraction, noun, very fine hair-like tube, cf. capillarity. Capitulate. Surrender, give up all resistance. Caprice. Whim, sudden change of mind without any real cause. Capricious. Unpredictable, fickle. Caption. Title, chapter heading, text under illustration. Captious. Fault finding, too critical. Carafe. Glass water bottle, decanter. Carapace. Shell covering the back of a turtle, tortoise, crab, etc. Carat. Unit of weight for precious stones, measure of the purity of gold. Carcinogenic. Causing cancer, noun, carcinogen. Cardinal. Chief, most important, noun, priest, cardinal number, number that shows quantity rather than order. Cardiologist. doctors specializing in ailments of the heart. Careen. Lurch, sway from side to side, move with irregular swinging movement, stagger. Career. Rush wildly, go at full speed. Sway. Swing from side to side, influence someone, to change one's opinion, in. Caricature. Distortion, burlesque. Carillon. A set of bells, often in a tower, capable of being played. Carnage. Destruction of life, slaughter, killing of large numbers of people or animals. Carnal. Fleshly, sensual, concerning the desires of the body. Carnivorous. Meat-eating, noun, carnivore, cf. Herbivore. Carousal. Drunken revel, verb, carouse. Carping. Petty criticism, fault-finding, fretful complaining, quibble. Carrion. Rotting flesh of a dead body, cf. Vulture. Cartographer. Mapmaker. Cascade. Small waterfall. Caste. One of the hereditary classes in Hindu society, social stratification, prestige. Castigation. Punishment, severe criticism or disapproval. Casualty. Serious or fatal accident, person killed or wounded in an accident or battle. Casual. Happening by chance, irregular, occasional, informal, showing or feeling little interest, example, casual reader/labor/remark. Cataclysm. Deluge, upheaval, earthquake, violent and sudden event or change. Catalyst. Agent which brings about a chemical change while it remains unaffected and unchanged, cf. Catalysis. Catapult. Slingshot, hurling machine, verb, fire from catapult. Hurl. Throw forcefully, shout out violently. Cataract. Great waterfall, eye abnormality, causing a gradual loss of eyesight. Catastrophe. Calamity, disaster. Catcall. Shout of disapproval or displeasure, made at the theater or a sports match, boo, v. Catechism. Book for religious instruction in question and answer form, religious instruction by question and answer, verb, catechize. Categorical. Without exceptions, made without any doubt in mind, unqualified, absolute. Qualify. Reach necessary standard, limit the meaning of something stated. Catharsis. purging or cleansing of any passage of the body, purging and weakening of strong emotions as a result of experiencing a dramatic work of art. Cathartic. Purgative, medicine that causes the bowels to empty. Adjective. Catholic. Of likings and interests, universal, general, broad, including many different parts, wide-ranging liberal, example, Catholic opinions, tastes. Caucus. Private meeting of a group of people in a political party to select officers or determine policy, cf. The Caucus Club of Boston. Caulk. Make watertight, by blocking up cracks as in a ship. Causal. Implying a cause and effect relationship. Noun, causality. Caustic. Burning, corrosive, able to burn by chemical action, sarcastically biting, of remarks, intended to hurt, bitter, harmful, harmless. Cauterize. Burn, a wound or snake bite, etc., with hot iron or caustic substance to stop bleeding and prevent infection. Cavalcade. Procession of riders or horse-drawn carriages, parade, cf. Cavalry. Cavalier. Casual and offhand, arrogant. Noun, knight. Cavil. Quibble, make frivolous objections, find fault unnecessarily. Cede. Yield, title or territory, to, isp. After losing a war, surrender formally. Noun, cession, celerity. Speed, rapidity. Celestial. Heavenly. Hereafter. Life after death. Afterlife. Life after death, later part of one's life. Celibate. Abstaining from sexual intercourse, unmarried. Noun, celibacy. Censor. In ancient Rome, overseer of morals, also taking the census, person who eliminates inappropriate matter, v. Censorious. Severely critical. Censure. Blame, criticize, express strong disapproval. Noun, severe criticism, strong disapproval. Centaur. Mythical figure, half man and half horse. Centigrade. Denoting a widely used temperature scale, basically same as Celsius. Centrifugal. Radiating, departing from the center. Centrifuge. Machine that separates substances by whirling them. Centripetal. Tending toward the center. Centurion. Roman army officer, commanding a company of about 100 soldiers. cerebral. Pertaining to the brain or intellect, intellectual rather than emotional, cf. cerebrum. Cerebration. Thought, working of the brain. Ceremonious. Marked by formality, extremely formal and polite, cf. ceremony, conventional social courtesy. Unceremonious. Not done politely without due formalities. Certitude. Certainty. Cessation. Stoppage. Cession. Yielding to another, ceding. Chafe. Warm by rubbing, make sore by rubbing, in. Chaff. Worthless products of an endeavor, husk outer seed cover, separated from grain, example, separate the wheat from the chaff. Chaffing. Bantering, joking. Chagrin. Annoyance and disappointment, vexation, caused by humiliation or injured pride. Chalice. Goblet, consecrated cup. Chameleon. Lizard that changes color in different situations. Champion. Support militantly, fight for, noun, person who fights for or supports strongly, a principle, movement, person, etc. Championship. Position of champion, defense or support, competition held to determine a champion. Chaotic. In utter disorder. Charisma. Divine gift, great popular charm or appeal, magnetism. Charlatan. Quack, pretender to knowledge, isp. In medicine. Chary. Cautious, unwilling to take risks, sparing or restrained about giving up. Bold. Chase. Ornament a metal surface by indenting, follow rapidly to catch. Chasm. Abyss, very deep crack. Chassis. Framework and working parts of an automobile, framework to which components are attached. Chaste. Morally pure, virginal, abstaining from illicit sexual acts, modest, simple, of a style of writing, not highly decorated, austere. Chasten. Discipline, punish in order to correct, cf. Castigate. Chastise. Punish as by beating, criticize severely. Chauvinist. Blindly devoted patriot, zealous adherent of a group, cause, or sex. Adjective, chauvinistic, cf. Chauvinism, Nicholas Chauvin, Czech. Stop motion, curb or restrain. Checkered, checkered. Marked by great changes in fortune, with many changes of fortune, cf. Checked, having a pattern of squares. Cherubic. Angelic, innocent looking, noun, cherub, cf. Seraph, winged angel of the highest order. Chicanery. Trickery, deception. chide. Scold, rebuke, someone who has done wrong. Chimerical. Fantastically improbable, highly unrealistic. Noun, chimera, unreal fancy, fire-breathing female creature. Chisel. Swindle or cheat. Noun, wedge-like tool for cutting. Chip. Lose a small piece from the surface or edge. Noun, small piece broken off something, cf. French fry, potato chip, crisp. Chivalrous. Courteous, faithful, brave. Noun, chivalry. Choleric. Hot-tempered, bad-tempered, irritable, easily angered, cf. Cholera. Choreography. Art of representing dances in written symbols, arrangement of dances. Chore. Daily domestic task, such as cleaning, cooking, and shopping. Unpleasant task. Chortle. Chuckle with delight, in. Chuckle. Laugh quietly. Chronic. Long established as a disease. Chronicle. Report, record, in chronological order. Churlish. Boorish, rude. Noun, churl, bore, yahoo. Ciliated. Having minute hairs, cf. Cilium, cf. Cilia, eyelash. Cipher. Nonentity, worthless person or thing. 0, secret code, V. Circlet. Small ring, band of gold, silver, jewel, etc. worn on the head, arms, or neck as decoration. Circuitous. Roundabout. Circuit. Close circular line around an area, circumference, regularly repeated journey from place to place. Circumlocution. Indirect or roundabout expression, by using an unnecessarily large number of words cisp, when trying to avoid answering a difficult question directly. Circumscribe. Limit, confine, draw a line around. Circumspect. Prudent, cautious, acting after careful thought. Circumvent. Outwit, defeat by behaving more cleverly, outsmart, baffle, avoid, get around, cistern. Reservoir or water tank. Citadel. Fortress. Cite. Quote, commend, example, cited for bravery in an official record. Civil. Having to do with citizens, not military or religious, courteous and polite, example, married in a civil ceremony, example, civil strife/disorder/law. Noun, civility, cf. Civic, clairvoyant. Having foresight, fortune-teller. Noun, clairvoyance. Hindsight, understanding the nature of an event after it has actually happened. Clamber. Climb by crawling with difficulties, scramble. Clamor. Loud continuous noise, continuous demand or complaint made by a large number of people. Verb, make a clamor, express a demand, continually and loudly. Adjective, clamorous. Clandestine. Secret. Chaperone. Older person who accompanies and supervises a young unmarried woman. Clangor. Loud resounding noise, sound of repeated clanging. Clapper. Striker, tongue, of a bell. Clap. Strike the palms of the hands together with a sudden explosive sound, come together suddenly with a sharp sound, put or send promptly. Example, clap the thief in jail. Noun, clapping, loud or explosive sound, cf. Applause. Clarion. Shrill, trumpet-like sound, kind of trumpet used in former times. Claustrophobia. Fear of being locked in. Clavicle. Collarbone. Scrimmage. Disorderly fight between two or more people. Cleave. Split or sever, cling to, remain faithful to. Noun, cleavage. Adjective, cloven, cleft. Noun, split. Clemency. Disposition to be lenient in deciding punishments, mildness as of the weather. Adjective, clement. Cliché. Phrase dulled in meaning by repetition, platitude. Adjective, cliched. Bromide. Platitude, chemical compound used to calm excitement. Clientele. Body of customers. Climactic. Relating to the highest point. Noun, climax, cf. Climatic. Climb. Climate. Clique. Small exclusive group of people. Cloister. Monastery or convent. Clout. Great influence, especially political or social. Hard blow with fist. Cloying. Distasteful, because excessive, excessively sweet or sentimental. Verb, cloy, become unpleasant through too much sweetness or excess. Coagulate. Congeal, thicken, clot. Noun, coagulant. Clot. Half solid lump formed from a liquid, or blood, v. Pudding. Hot sweet dish. Coalesce. Combine, fuse. Noun, coalescence. Collision. partnership, league, union of separate political parties. Coda. Concluding section of a musical or literary composition. Coddle. Treat gently, indulge excessively, pamper, mollycoddle, baby, cook in water just below boiling point, example, coddled eggs. Codicil. Supplement to the body of a will, later addition to a will. Codify. Arrange, laws or rules, as a code. Classify, noun, code, system of words used instead of ordinary writing, collection of laws, rules, established social customs. Coercion. Use of force to get someone to object, compelling, verb, coerce. Coeval. Living at the same time as, existing during the same period of time, contemporary, of the same age. Cog. Tooth projecting from a wheel. Cogent. Convincing. Cogitate. Think over, ponder. Cognate. Having a common origin, related linguistically, allied by blood, similar or akin in nature, example, cognate languages, n. Cognitive. Having to do with knowing or perceiving related to the mental processes, noun, cognitio noun the mental process of knowing. Cognizance. Knowledge, adjective, cognizant, having knowledge, aware. Cohabit. Live together. Cohere. Stick together. Cohesion. Tendency to keep together. Cohorts. Group of people who share some common quality, armband, a group of between 300 and 600 soldiers under one commander, in the ancient Rome. Coiffure. Hairstyle. Coin. Make coins, invent or fabricate, a word or phrase, noun, coinage, word or phrase recently invented. Coincidence. The chance occurrence, at the same time, of two or more seemingly connected events. Verb, coincide, happen at the same time, be in agreement, cf. Coincident, cf. Coincidental. Colander. Utensil with perforated bottom used for straining. Collaborate. Work together, cooperate reasonably with the enemy. Collage. Work of art put together from fragments. Scrap. Small bit or fragment, discarded waste material, fight, example, a scrap of paper/cloth. Verb, break into parts for disposal, discard as worthless, fight, quarrel. Scraps. Leftover food. Scrappy. Quarrelsome. Collate. Examine and compare in order to verify authenticity. Arrange in order, the sheets of a book before they are bound. Collateral. security given for loan. Adjective, secondary, descended from the same person but through different sons or daughters. Collation. A light meal, collating. Colloquial. Pertaining to conversational or common speech, informal. Noun, colloquialism, colloquial expression. Colloquy. Informal discussion, conversation. Collusion. Conspiring in a fraudulent scheme to cheat or deceive others. Verb, collude. Colossal. Huge. Colossus. Gigantic statue, person or thing of great size or importance. Comatose. In a coma, extremely sleepy. Coma. Deep prolonged unconsciousness caused by disease, poison, or a severe blow. Combustible. Easily burned. Noun, cf. Combustion. Comely. Attractive, agreeable, having a pleasing appearance. Homely. Not good looking, unattractive. Comestible. Something fit to be eaten. Comeuppance. Deserts, well-deserved punishment or misfortune, rebuke. Deserts. What someone deserves. Comedy. Courtesy, civility, example, Comedy of Nations. Commandeer. Take, private property, for military use without needing permission or giving payment, draft for military purposes. Draft. First rough form, conscription, draft, verb, make a draft of, conscript. Draft. Current of air, through a room or to a fire, act of pulling erodes, act of swallowing liquid or amount of liquid swallowed at a time. Commemorative. Remembering, honoring the memory of, example, commemorative stamp. Commemorate. Honor the memory of, serve as a memorial to, example, commemorate the 100th anniversary, those who died in the war. Commensurate. Equal in extent, of the same size. Commiserate. Feel or express pity or sympathy for. Commodious. Spacious and comfortable. Communal. Held in common, public, of a group of people, of a commune. Commune. Small, often rural, community whose members share work and income. Verb, exchange thoughts or feelings, example, commune with nature. Compact. Agreement, contract, adjective, tightly packed, firm, brief, concise, example, compact statement, compatible. Harmonious, in harmony with, able to exist together. Compelling. Overpowering, irresistible in effect, holding one's attention, that compels one to do something. Example, a compelling adventure story. Verb, compel. Compulsion. Compelling, strong desire that is difficult to control, irresistible impulse. Compulsory. Obligatory, that must be done. Compulsive. Resulting from compulsion. Compendium. Brief, comprehensive summary. Adjective, compendious. Compensatory. Making up for, repaying. Compilation. Listing of information in tabular or book form, compiling. Compile. Assemble, gather, accumulate, make, a report or a book, from facts and information found in various places. Example, compile a dictionary. Complacency. Self-satisfaction, smugness. Adjective, complacent. Smug. Self-satisfied, complacent. Complacent. Trying to please, obliging, willing to please others. Complement. Complete, consummate, make perfect, in. Complementary. Serving to complete something. Compliance. Conformity in fulfilling requirements, readiness to yield, disposition to yield to others. Verb, comply. Compliant. Readily acting in accordance with a rule, order, or the wishes or others, yielding, conforming to requirements. Complicity. Participation, involvement, in a questionable act or a crime. Component. Element, ingredient. Comport. Bear one's self, behave. Example, comport oneself. Noun, comportment. Deport. Send out of the country, behave. Noun, deportation, deportment. Bearing. Deportment, connection. Composure. Mental calmness. Compound. Combine, produce by combining, increase, make worse by adding to or increasing, exacerbate. Example, compound an error. Adjective, consisting of two or more parts. Noun, combination of two or more parts. Area enclosed by a wall containing a group of buildings. Example, factory compound. Cf. Complex. Comprehensive. Broad, including a lot or everything. Thorough, inclusive. Compress. Force into less space, squeeze, contract, put into fewer words. Noun, thick mass of cloth pressed to part of the body to stop bleeding or swelling, reduce fever, etc. Comprise. Include, consist of. Compromise. Adjust or settle by making mutual concessions, endanger the interests or reputation of, put into danger, disrepute, or a dishonorable position. Example, compromise one's principle, in. Compunction. Remorse, strong uneasiness caused by guilt. Compute. Reckon, calculate. Reckon. Count, calculate, regard as, think, suppose. Concatenate. Link as in a chain. Concave. Hollow, curved inwards, up, convex. Concede. Admit, acknowledge as being true, often reluctantly, yield, grant. Example, concede a goal. Conceit. Vanity or self-love, too high opinion of one's own value, extravagant metaphor, in poetry. Vain. Full of self-admiration, conceited, without result, unsuccessful. Noun, vanity. Concentric. Having a common center. Conception. Beginning, forming of an idea. Fertilization, verb, conceive, form an idea in the mind. Devise, become pregnant, cf. Inception, concerted. Mutually agreed on, done together by agreement. Example, concerted effort, cf. In concert, working together. Concession. An act of yielding, conceding, something conceded, point, right, etc. given unwillingly. Privilege of maintaining a business in a certain place. Example, oil concessions in the North Sea, cf. Concessionaire. Conciliatory. Reconciling, soothing. Verb, conciliate, reconcile, soothe, win the friendly feelings, by removing anger. Concise. Brief and compact. Conclave. Private secret meeting. Conclusive. Decisive, ending all debate. Concoct. Prepare by mixing or combining, make up in concert, devise, something false, so as to deceive. Example, concoct an elaborate excuse for being late. Noun, concoction. Concomitant. That which accompanies. Example, deafness is a frequent concomitant of old age. Adjective, existing or happening together with something else. Concord. Harmony, accord. Concordat. Formal agreement. Concur. Agree, coincide, happen at the same time. Concurrent. Happening at the same time, in agreement. Condescend. Derog, bestow courtesies with a superior air, descend to the level of one considered inferior. Condign. Adequate, of punishment, severe and well deserved. Condiments. Seasonings, spices. Condole. Express condolences. Noun, condolence, sympathy for someone who has experienced great sorrow. Condone. Overlook, forgive, give tacit approval, excuse. Conducive. Helpful, contributive. Verb, conduce. Example, conduce to, towards. Conduit. aqueduct, passageway for fluids. Confidant, confidant. Trusted friend, to whom one tells one's secret. Confide. Tell in confidence, to a person one trusts, be confident about. Confidence. Self-assurance, common worried feeling based on a strong belief in one's abilities, strong belief in the ability of a person or plan, trust or faith in a person or thing, something confided, secret. Example, confidence in your ability. Example, I'm telling you this in confidence. Example, exchange confidences about their boyfriends. Adjective, confident. Confidential. Spoken or written in secret, trusted with private matters. Example, confidential secretary. Confine. Shut in an enclosed space, restrict, keep within limits. Noun, confinement. Confiscate. Seize, take possession of, private property, by official order, use. As a punishment, commandeer. Conflagration. Great fire. Confluence. Flowing together, the place where two rivers flow together. Crowd, gathering together. Conformity. Harmony, agreement with established rules or customs. Similarity, example, behave in conformity with. Verb, conform, be similar, act in agreement. Comply, example, conform to the rule. Cf. Conformance. Confound. Confuse, puzzle. Congeal. Freeze, coagulate. Congenial. Pleasant, friendly, in agreement with one's tastes and nature. Example, congenial weather. Congenital. Existing at birth. Conglomeration. Mass of material sticking together. Conglomerate. Corporation made up of several different companies in diversified fields, mass of various material gathered together, rock consisting of small stones held together by clay. V. Congruence. Correspondence of parts, harmonious relationship. Cf. Congruity. Congruent. In agreement, harmonious, corresponding, coinciding exactly. Cf. Congruous, conifer. Pine tree, use. Evergreen, cone-bearing tree. Adjective, coniferous. Cf. Deciduous. Cf. Evergreen, conjecture, surmise, guess. V. Conjugal. Pertaining to marriage. Conjure. Cause to appear by magic, summon, a devil or a spirit, by magical power, practice magic, isp. By a very quick movement of the hands, evoke, conjure up, bring into the mind. Example, the magician conjured a rabbit out of his hat. Connivance. Pretense of ignorance of something wrong, assistance, permission to offend. Verb, connive, feign ignorance, of a wrong, cooperate secretly in an illegal action, conspire. Connoisseur. Person competent to act as a judge of art, etc., whose judgments are respected, a lover of an art. Connotation. Suggested or implied meaning of an expression. Verb, connote. Connubial. pertaining to marriage or the matrimonial state. Matrimony. State of being married. Patrimony. Property inherited from a father. Consanguinity. Kinship, relationship by birth. Consanguineous, consanguine. Having a common ancestor. Conscientious. Scrupulous, thorough and careful, example, conscientious worker. Conscript. Draftee, person forced into military service, v. Consecrate. Dedicate, sanctify, declare as sacred, example, consecrate one's life to helping the poor. Consensus. General agreement, opinion reached by a group. Consequential. Self-important, significant, consequent, following as a result, example, consequential heir, cf. Subsequent, conservatory, conservatoire. School of the Fine Arts, especially music or drama, glass enclosed area, cf. Conservancy, consign. Sent to a person or place for sale, deliver officially, entrust, put into the care of another, set apart, for a special purpose, noun, consignment, cf. Consigner, consignee. Consistency. Absence of contradictions, uniformity, degree of thickness or firmness, example, consistency of thick cream, cf. Viscous. Console. Lessen sadness or disappointment, give comfort, allay the sorrow of, noun, consolation. Consolidation. Unification, process of becoming firmer or stronger, verb, consolidate, merge, strengthen. Consonants. Harmony, agreement. Consonant. Harmonious, in agreement, in. Consort. Associate with, keep company, noun, husband or wife, or a ruler. Conspiracy. Treacherous plot, secret plan against the law, by two or more people. Conspire. Take part in a conspiracy, of events, work together, combine, example, events conspired to produce great difficulties. Consternation. Great shock, dismay. Constituent. Supporter, voter, member of a constituency, component. Constituency. Voters represented by an elected official, district so represented, group of supporters, or constituents. Constitution. Constituting, system of laws, composition of something, physical makeup or structure of a person, example, men with strong constitutions. Constraint. Restraint, compulsion, repression of feelings, reticence, verb, constrain, noun, hold back, restrain, compel, oblige, confine forcibly, imprison. Construe. Explain, interpret, example, construe her silence as meaning that she agreed, cf. Misconstrue, consummate. Complete, v. Contagion. Infection, by contact, adjective, contagious, cf. Infectious, that can be passed by infection in the air. Drastic. Strong, violent and severe, example, drastic changes, measures. Contaminate. Pollute. Contempt. Scorn, disdain, adjective, contemptuous, cf. Contemptible. Contend. Struggle, compete, assert earnestly, state strongly. Contention. Assertion, claim, thesis, struggling, competition. Thesis. Opinion put forward and supported by reasoned arguments. Boost. Lift by pushing up from below, increase, raise, noun, push upward, increase. Contentious. Quarrelsome, controversial, likely to cause arguments. Contest. Dispute, argue about the rightness of, compete for, try to win, example, contest the election results, example, contest a seat in parliament, in. Context. Writings preceding and following the passage quoted, circumstance in which an event occurs. Contiguous. Adjacent to, touching upon. Continence. Self-restraint, sexual chastity, sexual abstinence, voluntary control over bladder and bowel functions, adjective, continent. Contingent. Dependent on something uncertain or in the future, conditional, happening by chance, accidental, noun, a group of soldiers, ships to a larger force, cf. Contingency, future event that may or may not occur, possibility, example, prepare for every contingency. Contortions. Twistings, distortions, verb, contort, twist violently out of shape, cf. Contortionist, contraband. Illegal trade, smuggling, smuggled goods, adjective. Contravene. Contradict, oppose, violate, a rule, law, or custom, noun, contravention. Contrite. Penitent, repentant, noun, contrition. Contrived. Unnational enforced, artificial, not spontaneous, example, the ending was rather contrived. Contrive. Invent or fabricate in a clever way, by improvisation, manage, example, contrive to attract his attention. Contrivance. Something contrived, machine or apparatus, clever deceitful plan, scheme. Controvert. Oppose with arguments, attempt to refute, contradict, adjective, controversial, noun, controversy. Contumacious. Stubborn and disobedient, resisting authority, isp. Disobedient to an order made by a court. Contusion. Bruise. Bruise. Injure without breaking the skin, in. Conundrum. Riddle, difficult problem. Convene. Come together, assemble, call to meet, example, convene the council. Convention. Social or moral custom, established practice, formal meeting, international agreement. Conventional. Ordinary, typical, not nuclear, example, conventional weapons. Converge. Approach, tend to meet, come together. Conversant. Familiar with, having knowledge of. Converse. Opposite, adjective. Convert. One who has adopted a different religion or opinion. Verb, change into another form. Persuade to, adopt a particular religion or belief. Convex. Curving outward. Conveyance. Vehicle, transfer, act of conveying, example, public conveyance. Conviction. Judgment that someone is guilty of a crime, strongly held belief. Convivial. Pleasantly merry, festive, joyous, gay, characterized by joviality, jovial, convoke. Call together, example, convoke Parliament. Noun, convocation. Convoluted. Coiled around, twisted, involved, complicated, intricate, complex. Noun, convolutio. Noun, twist, one of the convex folds of the surface of the brain. Convulsion. Violent uncontrollable shaking movement, caused by illness. Verb, convulse. Adjective, convulsive. Copious. Plentiful. Coquette. Flirt, flirtatious woman, woman who tries to attract the admiration of men without sincere feelings. Flirt. Behave in a way that attracts, sexual, attention, deal triflingly with. Noun, one, or woman, given to flirting. Adjective, flirtatious. Cordial. Warmly friendly, gracious, heartfelt, example, cordial welcome. Cordon. Extended line of men or fortifications to prevent access or egress. Cornice. Projecting molding on building, usually above columns or pillars. Cornucopia. Horn, or horn-shaped container, overflowing with fruit and grain, symbol of abundance, horn of plenty. Corollary. Natural consequence, which naturally follows from something else. Corporeal. Bodily, rather than spiritual, of a bodily form, material, tangible. Corpulent. Very fat. Noun, corpulence. Corpus. Collection, of writings or information, example, the corpus of Shakespeare's works, cf. Corpse. Corpuscle. Red or white cell in the blood. Correlation. mutual relationship. Correlate. Either of the correlated things, v. Corroborate. Confirm, support, strengthen. Corrode. Destroy or wear away gradually by chemical action, over a long period. Corrosive. Eating away by chemicals or disease, of language, fierce. Corrugated. Wrinkled, ridged. Wrinkle. Small ridge on a smooth surface, face or cloth, v. Crinkle. Wrinkle. Cosmic. Pertaining to the universe, vast. Coterie. Group that meets socially, select circle, close group of people with shared interests. Countenance. Approve, support, tolerate, example, countenance his rude behavior. Noun, face, appearance. Countermand. Cancel, revoke, an order. Counterpart. Thing that completes another, things very much alike, thing that has the same purpose in a different system. Coup. Highly successful action or sudden attack, coup d'état, cf. Coup de grâce, death blow or shot which kills. Couple. Join, unite, up, uncouple. Courier. Messenger. Covenant. Binding agreement between two groups or people, compact, verb, enter into a covenant, promise. Bargain. Agreement between two groups or people, something for sale at a price advantageous to the buyer, verb, negotiate, trade, example, bargaining power. Covert. Secret, hidden, implied, overt. Covetous. Avaricious, desirous of, someone else's possessions, verb, covet, desire eagerly, someone else's possessions. Cow. Terrorize, intimidate. Cower. Shrink quivering as from fear, cringe. Coy. Shy, flirtatiously, showing a, pretended, lack of self-confidence, modest, coquettish, cf. Job offer, cousin. Cheat, hoodwink, swindle. Crabbed. Sour, bad-tempered, peevish, difficult to read as handwriting. Peevish. Bad-tempered, irritable, verb, peeve, make angry. Crass. Very unrefined, grossly insensible, crude and undiscriminating, example, crass behavior. Craven. Cowardly. Credence. Belief. Credo. Creed. Credulity. Belief on slight evidence, gullibility, naivete, adjective, credulous.